There are so many things wrong with our country now. Rotten media, the establishment absolutely running scared of UKIP. We've got biased establishment. I can't believe we're actually forced to pay a licence fee for the tosh that is put out. What is going on in this country? All you're getting told at the minute, we're getting told a vote for UKIP is a vote for Labour, and you'll end up getting in bed with Ed Miliband, and he'll be running the country. Well, no, a vote for UKIP is a vote for UKIP. Neither Labour or the Conservatives will get a majority at the next election, after the next election. The reason for this is because people are fed up to the back teeth of their lies, cheating, deception. Basically, they do it every time, and thank God for social media, we've finally seen through it all now, especially Twitter. For years they've been able to get away with this. It's been a totally deliberate ploy, a bit like an NWO ploy. We've had the EU, which we never signed up to in the first place. What they do, we're only allowed... There isn't a real choice. The choice is Labour. You have to have Labour or you have to have Conservative. And what they do, they play each other off. So once you get that pig sick of Labour after a few years or a couple of terms, then you switch to Tories. Then we have 4 or 5 years of them and everyone's pig sick of them, it switches back to Labour. They've survived for so long on the tribal voting system, relying on the stupidness and ignorance of people in this country. But finally, we're starting to see some light at the end of the tunnel, and people are starting slowly but surely to wake up. And I'm so glad. They're getting scared now because they know that UKIP do speak for working class people, and people are waking up, and they can no longer rely on what they've been getting away with, which is basically just... ignoring the will of the people and riding roughshod over us, serving themselves, and then every time it comes around to election time, they, with about 6 months or 8 months to go, they start offering all these little incentives. Oh, we'll do this, we'll do that. They're only doing it more this time because of the UKIP threat, because they know they're in serious trouble. Now, that's why. I mean, anyone can see through this. It's so obvious now. And they are scared. They're running scared. They are absolutely bricking it. And more and more people, I'm glad to say, every day are switching to UKIP. Or saying that they're going to vote UKIP. And I think if everyone did, everyone please, all I'm saying is please, please, please. Just for once in your life, make that change. I know it's difficult change. A lot of people don't like change. And to break the habit of a lifetime for a lot of people. Or to go against what their grandfathers or their granddad or their father's wish or mother's wish. They might not be here anymore, but they don't want to besmirch their memory. But all I'm saying is, think logically. I voted for both in the past, and they both let me down. They've let us down in a big, big way. And when you look at what's gone on in this country, you've got, it's crazy. Islamisation in the UK, mosques going up everywhere. A massive deficit, the biggest national debt since World War II. The deficit hasn't been reduced. The Conservatives are just total liars. It's a total sham. Shambolic it is. I don't know how they keep trotting out the same rhetoric and thinking that they can get away with this. Totally willfully lying to us, to the British public. It's about time they were shown up for what they are. Lying, treasonous, cretinous muppets. It's like I said, Greenbelt, building on Greenbelt to house immigrants. Thousands of new homes are trying to build to house immigrants. Got an ever-rising tidal wave coming in through Calais. It's never ending. The NHS is in crisis. Our prisons are full. Crime epidemics. We've got Ebola coming over here. It's just a sorry catalogue. We've got Rotherham, all these grooming gangs. It's just shocking, it really is. The terrorism, Lee Rigby, it's never ending. ISIS, and they're just taking more power, more influence to Islam, selling out for the Islamic cash. and in return giving away rights to our country which were never theirs in the first place. It's got to stop. We don't want this. Not in our name. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen, Cameron. You are going to lose. We've always, as British, we've always been proud. We've always stood up and been counted when the time comes. And we're going to do so again. We're not going to lay down and die. No chance. So I say to all you patriots out there, please, we've got to unite under one banner. It's so important. Keep breaking off and voting for people like, I know they sound good, Liberty GB. I like a lot of what they do and a lot of what they say. And Paul Weston is a really good bloke, really good speaker. I think he's going to have a great party in a few years, but now is not the time. Now, this next year is the most important election in our history, I would say. And we must unite. The only party, I'm not saying they're perfect, but the only party who's standing up for British values are UKIP. The only anti-establishment party. If you vote for the same old three, Lib Lab Con, you're going to get the same again. They're just trotting out this lie because all they've got left to beat us with is if you vote UKIP, you're going to get Labour and the Tories. That's all the Tories are banging on about. And Labour saying the opposite. It's tosh, it really is. Vote UKIP, you get UKIP. If enough people vote UKIP, we'll get UKIP. Already they're influencing policy, UKIP, and they're not even in government. Imagine what we can do. Imagine what we can do if we get into government or get some sort of power sharing brokerage. Imagine what we can do. It's the world's our oyster. They will stand up and they will fight for this country and for British values. Somebody needs to, because we're losing our culture. We're losing our heritage. We need to stop it. We need to put a stop to all this nonsense. And they are the only party that is the only party. The party of common sense is the only party worth voting for at the minute, because they are the only party that are in a position to get in and actually do something, or get us our EU referendum, which will allow us to leave the European Court of Human Rights, to start deporting Islamists, people like Anjem Chowdhury, shut him up once and for all, give him a good boot up the arse, and boot him back down the road to where he's well, we could actually get rid of him. We could pay somebody to take this bloke out of the country and give him a good whooping, because it's about time somebody did. That bloke's directly responsible for the death of Lee Rigby, bless him, and he will be responsible for the death of many more if we don't do something about this. We need to unite, we need to stand up. Like I said, the only party that are going to do that are in a position to do anything about all the issues that are dear to all of us are UKIP. So please, I urge you, stick together. It's no good voting Britain First or Liberty GB. It's just splitting the right wing, splitting the vote, splitting the right wing vote, splitting the patriot vote. Please do the right thing, guys. You know it makes sense when you think about it logically. God bless you all. Cheers. Thanks for listening.